Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is HDTGeorge, and this is the audio TWAB for December the 9th, 2021. If you would, down below me here, please like and subscribe. And as always, no hot takes, no opinions, just the words of the TWAB. This week at Bungie, 12/9/2021. This week at Bungie, we're celebrating our 30th anniversary. As you may have noticed, we held back a lot of what we had planned for 30th. There were a lot of questions about when the trailer would go live, but we saved it until just a few hours before launch to keep the spoilers to a minimum and the surprise and delight at max volume. If you haven't got a chance to watch it or just want to rewatch it because it's really awesome, here you go. 3 decades is a long time to be making games. Everyone at Bungie loves getting to create things to entertain our community, and we've had a blast finally watching everyone jump in and experience 30th anniversary this week. Thanks for joining us to celebrate with a ton of new items and experiences in the game. There is cool content to buy with the pack, but everyone is able to participate, with plenty of free content to go around. Free to all players. The main attraction for our 30th celebration is the new 6-player activity, Dares of Eternity. The mysterious agent of the Nine known as Xur has shown up to host the festivities and is joined by the strange but lovable Star Horse. There is a tear in the very fabric of reality that only Xur can perceive. Now you must explore this unknowable space and face untold challenges for Star Horse's entertainment. Only then can you claim the precious rewards. All of this raises more questions than answers, but even Xur can't offer up any explanations of this anomaly. Speaking of rewards, we have a whole new lineup of free weapons available now. The Forerunner is a brand new exotic sidearm that uses special ammo and packs a punch. The Full Stop perk gives the sidearm extended range and heavy caliber rounds. BXR 55 Battler Legendary Pulse Rifle. This new pulse rifle is worthy to take into any fray with a hand-tuned intrinsic perk, Legacy PR55 frame, optimized for firing from the hip, and an exclusive legendary perk only available on this weapon, blunt execution rounds, plus a custom and unique scope. Half-Truth's legendary sword. This sword and its mirror image are the only swords able to roll a brand new sword perk, Eager Edge. Gain increased sword lunge distance immediately after switching to this weapon. Retraced Path legendary trace rifle. Retraced Path lets players experiment with how random rolled perks might work on a trace rifle and opens the door for other legendary trace rifles somewhere down the line. Wastelander M5 Legendary Shotgun. The first legendary text mechanical weapon in Destiny 2, this compact shotgun will be familiar to the OGs from Bungie's Marathon era. Pardon Our Dust Legendary Grenade Launcher. Inspired by the unique visual design of Pathways into Darkness, this is a new kinetic breech-loaded grenade launcher with some unique perk combinations. More patch notes. Update 3.4.0 launched earlier this week with a ton of changes to the game, from weapons to abilities and practically everything in between. With more than 6,000 words of patch notes, there were bound to be a few to slip through the cracks. Here are the updates with what we added to the official notes. Strikes. Lake of Shadows. To bring this boss encounter more in line with other strikes in our modern sandbox gameplay, Grask's health has been significantly increased. Grandmaster Nightfall catch-up node will be available to all players who have claimed the Conqueror seal from Week 7 onward. Grandmaster catch-up activities will only be accessible if the Fireteam leader has not completed the associated Gilded Triumph. Crucible. Fixed a map exploit on top of tree near mill on the Dead Cliffs. Trials activity node now displays potential rewards when playing on a 7-win ticket. 7-win passages require a manual reset before players can purchase a new passage. Fixed an issue where Crucible rank displayed an incorrect value in the Crucible intro cinematic after reset. Combat efficiency in the post round now displays overall match efficiency. Respawn timer for Clash, Control, Rumble, and Iron Banner increased to 7 seconds from 5 seconds. Ritual reputations. You can now reset a reputation with unclaimed materials if there are no unique items in the current resets item list. The number of seasonal resets is now listed on the reputation rewards section of the vendor. Fixed a bug where rank reset dialogues could appear during activities. Bounties. Fixed an issue with kinetic calibration bounties not being available on the gunsmith. Forging the Horn. By now, a bunch of you have gotten your hands on Gjallarhorn as part of the 30th anniversary celebration. It's awesome to have this iconic weapon back, and its new perk, which extends Wolfpack rounds to any Guardian in your fire team rocking a non-exotic rocket launcher, makes this a formidable addition to your arsenal. If you own the 30th anniversary pack, just head over to Shawhan in the Cosmodrome to get the quest started. Earlier this week, some of the team behind the return of Galley spoke with the Sony PlayStation blog on what it was like to bring it back to the world of Destiny. Check out the story, and happy hunting. Ethereal Winnie. When we deploy updates, our player support team watches closely for any issues that pop up and are always monitoring closely to report out important information on the state of the game. This is their report. Exotic armor disables. Earlier this week, we disabled the Hunter Mechaneer's Trick Sleeve exotic arms and the Titan Icefall Mantle exotic arms due to issues surrounding potential exploits. For information on when these exotics will be re-enabled, players are encouraged to keep an eye on the Bungie Help Twitter. 30th Anniversary Streetwear Bundles. Prior to collecting and opening Xur's Resplendent Rewards package containing the streetwear bundles for each class, players should ensure that they have space available in their inventory and Postmaster to receive multiple items. Players are also encouraged to visit the Postmaster after opening the bundles to ensure all items have been successfully collected. We are investigating a way for players to reacquire these bundles if they end up getting pushed out of the Postmaster. Forsaken Cipher Pickup. Players who owned Forsaken prior to 3.4.0 can pick up their Forsaken ciphers from the Forsaken section of the Monument to Lost Lights exotic archive in the tower. Players should ensure that they have space in their consumables inventory prior to acquiring their Forsaken ciphers. Forsaken ciphers can also be exchanged for Ascendant shards at the Monument to Lost Lights if players already own all Forsaken weapons. Please keep in mind that players should only attempt to acquire the Ascendant shards if they don't want to use their Forsaken ciphers. Play for free without PlayStation Plus. Starting today, players will be able to play all multiplayer content in Destiny 2 without being a PS Plus member. This trial will run from now until December 20th, 2021, and is the perfect time to try out all exciting multiplayer content Destiny 2 has to offer. Known issues. While we continue investigating various known issues, here's a list of the latest issues that were reported to us in our #help forum. We are investigating an increase in error code calibrese. Players may encounter crashes during the Cabal boss encounter in Dares of Eternity. Players are unable to reclaim the strange key if it is deleted or used, blocking progress for the Magnum Opus exotic quest. Players may be unable to acquire the Forerunner exotic from Banshee after completing the Magnum Opus exotic quest. Abandoning the Magnum Opus exotic quest may reset players back to the third step of the quest. Players who spend their strange coins during the first step of the Magnum Opus quest prior to collecting the required 7 strange coins will have their coin collection progress reduced by the number of coins spent. To avoid this, players should not spend their strange coins prior to completing this step of the Magnum Opus quest. The Flow, the metal emblem for Moments of Triumph, does not appear in player collections once acquired. Combatant health bars may be more difficult to distinguish between minor and major enemies in all colorblind modes. Ornaments cannot be applied to the Wishender exotic bow. The issue preventing players from receiving the silver from the Triumphant Silver Bundle on Steam has been resolved. Players should have their silver successfully added to their accounts after relaunching the game. In the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, if players kill the 3rd servitor in the Fallen Barrier encounter but do not launch it, their game will crash when they kill the 5th servitor. In the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, if a player dies in the Crystal Tunnel and isn't revived before the next encounter begins, the player will end up in a death loop. If this happens, the fire team must wipe to regroup. In the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, if players begin a boss encounter before opening a chest, they can't go back and open it up after the encounter ends. In the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, as part of the activity, high barrier champions will appear but aren't mentioned in the active modifiers. For a full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, players can review our Known Issues article. Players who observe other issues should report them to our #help forum. Preternatural Wicker. Sam, watching these pieces of video magic just hits different with new content, doesn't it? Between the Loot Cave and Galahorn, I just can't get enough of the Destiny 1 throwbacks. But alright, let's quit fooling around and go show these Guardians some love. Starhorse neighs approvingly at the terrible pun. Movie of the Week, Loot Cave Dungeon, Trailer 2. Movie of the Week, Galahorn vs. All Raid Bosses. Movie of the Week, Benj plus AS Luna equals Forever. Don't forget to make sure your Bungie profiles are linked to your videos and make sure you are using the hashtags #Destiny2 and #MOTW. Infinite Nay. Artist of the Week. Hippie. Okay, first off, who gave our community the right, nay, the audacity, to be so dang talented? Seriously, it's so hard to just pick a few art pieces. You all never cease to amaze us. With the launch of the 30th anniversary event, Infinite Nay, there have been so many awesome creations from the Destiny 2 community, so we just had to pick at least one tribute to the glorious Starhorse. But life is also not all fun and games, so we figured why not tug at those feels some more with a stunning tribute to our fallen friend, Cade 6. Fun fact, this artist's Cade tribute also glows. Prepare for laughs and prepare for tears. Here are our picks for Art of the Week. Art of the Week, a smoothie. Art of the Week, a tribute. Launch weeks are a lot of fun. Glad to see everyone enjoying the latest content. Later tonight, you should tune into the Game Awards. We will have a little something to show off. It's not a huge announcement, but worth tuning in if you can. Pre-show starts at 4:30 p.m. Pacific on Twitch and YouTube. If you already have dungeon plans, don't worry, we will post it in our channels for you. It's been an exciting week, but we still have more to come. The Dawning will go live next week, so get ready to welcome our favorite Space Grandma back to the tower for more tasty treats. Tower Weather Services are reporting that snow is in the forecast. Cosmo. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the audio TWAB for December the 9th, 2021. Again, if you would, down below me here, please like and subscribe. You can follow me across all social media at HDTGeorge. And as always, remember, fight the status quo.